Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We just had the most amazing weekend.
It was so fun. And I think we're going to be reveling in this for a while now. As we're all the attendees, we all just are still going back and forth with messages on Facebook and elsewhere. We had such a great time. For all those that were able to make it, thank you so much. We just enjoyed every part of interacting with you. The hugs, the high fives, as I always say. We had a lot of those, and it was pretty special for us especially. But the one thing we should do is actually maybe let everybody else see a little bit of a taste of what the event was like.
Let's watch it.
Email from Solex. Are you ready for the day of discovery? Yeah, baby!
Hard to pick out one favorite. If I had to pick anybody, I have to say it's Lauren, only because every time the man opens his mouth, I feel his heartbeat, and it's just amazing. And I know that everything that we're getting is just from the heart and truly meant to heal and to help people.
That's really hard because everybody's amazing, but I have to say the information that Dr. Bennett gave blew my mind.
Blue! I think Blue, it's a fun product because it actually keeps your mouth blue.
Say the wand, basically I look forward to using that in my clinic.
It's so important to be here. This is my third day of discovery, and I feel like just coming to Day of Discovery, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, and the energy from everybody here, you get so much more from it.
So let me tell you something. I was brand new last year, and I'm going to try to do this without crying. I was brand new last year, and I felt God convict me that I had to come up here. 19-hour drive. I'd just been to Arizona 19 hours, and I was like, oh, please no. And I felt him urge strongly that I had to come. I was by myself, I didn't know anybody, and when I walked in the door, I knew that I was supposed to be here, and I pledged that weekend I would never ever miss this event. And now I've got my team convinced, those that are missing this weekend, I have told them, get it on your calendar for next year because nobody's missing this.
I want to do that all over again without all the work behind it.
Yeah, all the prep, right?
Yeah.
It's like every weekend be like that. No, that was such a great time.
It was.
Thank you again, everybody, and everybody who didn't get a chance to come. We hope to see you next year.
Now, we launched quite a few new products, and I've already seen some chatter on social media saying, wait, what is this? What? There's one of the,
If you know,
you know, you know.
You know.
We launched quite a few products. We also launched some new scanner updates, which I'm sure you've seen. And so just so you know, we will be sharing information over the next few weeks on these weekly updates, giving you the in on all these things. But until then, check out our blog. It's on solexglobal.com, and we have a lot of information there about our new product launches.
Yeah, I think we should be able to put some links into this.
Yes, we can
right
put
here
links
on this post as well.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things we launched is a new journal. It's a planner. For you to help you with growing your business. Now, you can buy that planner in the back office.
Yeah, there. If you buy it in the back office, it's professionally printed, right?
It's already printed and bound for you, but we are wanting you to have access to it whenever you would like. So we also have that as a printable in the back office for you to download and print at your home or at a print shop of your choice.
Yeah, and the thing that's so important to emphasize here is, yes, we have the professionally printed version that you can buy and we'll ship it to you. But because it's in the back office, for absolutely free, you just go and download it. I don't care if you print it at your printer at home, whatever. The idea is that this tool is valuable. It's very custom to a Solex business, and so if you've heard of it or if you haven't heard of it, it doesn't hurt you any to download it, right?
That's right. It was actually designed by two of our platinum QLAs. Jessica Zavallos was the driving force behind this journal, and she was not going to stop telling us about it until we got it done. And she planned it with Beck McQuilty. They looked at their day-to-day and how they run their successful businesses and said, this is what I would want, and this is what I do want, and this is what I want my teams to have. And they had us put that together, and it's now available for everyone.
Yeah, really proven, field tested.
It is.
Right?
Yes.
I love that.
Okay, we talked a couple of weeks ago about our new Quick Start cart.
Yeah, this is with the new products and the existing products that are out there. The Quick Start cart is a tool, and you find it in your back office under Tools. It says Quick Start cart, and what you do there is you go in, you verify that your username and the right country and language are in support, and then you pick what kind of cart you want to build, whether it's for a retail customer, a preferred customer, or a new QLA. And then you can go and build that cart for them before they end up on your replicated site. And in fact, by building the cart, you actually end up with a link at the end and a QR code that you can track its performance later on. So once you create that link, you can actually then send that out to somebody and they can click on the link, and guess what? The cart's already filled. It's already ready for them to go through, pick any extra items, and then put their personal information and payment and checkout, and they're in.
You know, something that we noticed, we were on social media a lot more than we usually aren't really on social media a whole lot. But this weekend we were, because we were so excited to see what everyone was saying about Day of Discovery. One thing that we noticed is a lot of people were talking about our new Infinity Wand and a lot about Methylene Blue and Pulse. And so people were saying, wait, where can I find out more information? Wait, where can I order this? And people were putting their shopping sites in the comments. When we clicked on those shopping sites to say, oh, did they make a quick start cart? And some people did, and some didn't.
Yeah.
And so it'd be really smart. You're talking about the Infinity Wand, make a quick start cart with the Infinity Wand. Then when you put your link in your comments, when people are asking for it, they click on that. It takes them right to your website with the wand already in their cart.
Yeah. Then at that point, they just need to check out.
Yeah, so we just wanted to remind you about the beauty of the Quick Start cart.
Wonderful.
We have another license plate this week.
I love that. We're on a roll now.
I know.
Let's keep going.
This is Marla Koelsch. That's a cool license plate, Cefi 369.
Yeah, it was just not too long ago when we said, okay, now Cefi is a part of the license plate crew, right?
So Solex, AOScan, and Cefi are the three accepted license plates to receive a Solex silver coin. And Marla, we're going to send you your coin, and now you're a part of the legacy group.
Congratulations.
All right, we had our last call about 2 weeks ago, and we had a contest where we asked you to tell us what you learned from Deb Bruce. And we were going to give away
some
our water bottles. So let's start. Which one do you want to start with? Should we start with this one?
Let's start with that one, the iHeart Scanning.
The iHeart Scanning water bottle. Let's see who's going to win this. It is Melissa Wynn. I loved the optimal window of coffee drinking. I love the optimal windows of coffee drinking and the 2 hours to wait. This is very interesting. And of course, drinking 2 cups of water prior to anything else. I knew about cortisol, but not really the need to flush the adenosine. So lots of info gained. Awesome.
Yeah, that's
all right,
great.
Melissa, that is your water bottle.
That's your water bottle.
You want to do
Let's do this one. The glass with the bamboo top
Yep.
and the gold Solex. Similar?
Just so you know, this isn't the actual one we're going to send you. We're sending you a brand new one. This
in
is
a
just
box.
our showing you.
All right. Let's see who this is. Okay, we don't have a name. User-We5HN8QS.
We'll put this at the bottom of the screen. If this is you, give us a call,
Yeah,
please.
give us a call. Thank you so very much. I appreciate the research into and what the body can use and at what times. Adrenaline and cortisol, cold water, room temp water, very, very helpful. My cells have been on a circus ride and need a break. Thank you for helping me see how to get off of that tilt-a-whirl. I love that.
Awesome. All right, and the last one is this Solex tumbler. Let me mix them up a little bit. Okay, last one. This is Suzanne Rice. Quite interesting, the times 10 to noon for caffeine and drinking clear water first thing in the AM. I've been doing this since the spring, and I have to say my body's ability to absorb water and nutrients has vastly improved.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow, even a testimonial with that. That's cool.
That's fun. All right, we will get those water bottles shipped out to you tomorrow.
Yeah, congratulations to the
Yes.
three of you.
Now, last week we had our commission run.
Yes.
And with that comes what?
Rank advancements.
Rank advancements. We'd love to see them. Let's show you all of the new rank advancements this last month.
As usual, that is a fantastic list of people, again, who spent consistent effort over 3 months to break a new rank. And that comes with the rank advancement bonus. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you spent it a day of discovery. Well, and we've gone a couple weeks, like we said.
Yeah, we have 2 weeks of top enrollers that we want to announce. So we need to go back a couple of weeks and start with September 4th through the 10th.
And of course, we have a tie
For second place. Yeah.
Temna Sturdivant, congratulations.
Melissa Binkley,
Camille Jones,
Maria Lee,
Beck McQuilty.
and Tammy Ward.
That's a long list.
Yes.
Some
Congratulations,
heavy hitters
everyone.
in there. And they also have a tie for first place
We
here.
do. We have a tie for first place. We have Alexia Suarez.
And Cheryl Lamatre, I think is what you would say.
Congratulations
that's right, Cheryl.
to the two of you. Solex Silver coins coming your way. Now we have the next week.
September 11th to the 17th.
Yes, and we have a tie.
No kidding.
For second place, we
Really?
have Stephanie Warner,
Julie Tibbles
Caleb Herman.
and Sheila Day.
Congratulations, everyone.
Great job.
And then, do we have a tie for first?
We have a tie for first. Wow.
First place
2 weeks
we
in a row.
have Paige Wheeler.
And we've heard this name before, Temna Sturdivant, twice
2
on this
weeks
call.
in a row.
Yes.
Good job.
Wow, hitting it out of the park.
Yeah, good job, everyone. Congratulations. And Paige and Temna, we will get your Solex Silver coins to you as well.
Now, one thing to reiterate as we get into this call is that we know that we had some major launches and announcements, from the scanner to actual physical product. We're starting with this call tonight. We're going to be giving you more and more information. Like Shelby said earlier, there are blog pages on that. And then there's also the people who came to the event who learned a lot and are going home and trying to teach as much as they can.
That's right.
Based off of their notes. But just so you know, over the next many weeks, we will continue to bring forward information, specific information about those launches to help make sure you understand everything about them and what to do with them.
We obviously can't fit, 12 hours of training into a 30-minute call. So we are going to give you tidbits here and there. We're going to give you as much information as we can. But don't worry, the information we're giving you tonight, this isn't all you're going to get on these subjects. We will give you more detailed information as the weeks unfold, and you will know all there is to know about all of our new launches and everything in the scanner.
And all I'm going to say is that all of these launches were heavy hitters.
Oh.
They were blessed. We entered into some really new space on several fronts. We hope you enjoy it, and as you obviously get the information that you can relish in it. And if it fits your needs and interests, we hope you like it. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. But we are so excited to bring these to market.
So enjoy this call.
Are you ready for something new? In your scanner, right now, Let's watch the video. When you go to your main menu, and you'll notice it's in your main menu, it's not in Cephi. You'll go to that, and it's down at the very bottom, AO MindSync. It is a full module. It isn't a part of Cephi. Just like Inner Voice is not part of Cephi. It's a full independent module. It can be used on its own or in conjunction with other parts. When you open it up, the top thing it has custom 60 seconds. Custom 60 seconds, if you already know your affirmations, you can just hit record and start speaking them. But here's where it's fun. Click down, let's hit the first one, I am affirmations. When you click that and you hit the record button, it actually tells you what to say. You got your own little teleprompter. I am, and I am, and I am. And you speak these things. Now, this particular one will go for like 2 minutes. You don't need to read every single one. As soon as you're done reading, just hit the record button. It stops it, and it will then make the affirmation. Now, if that's where we stopped with this would still be pretty cool, right? That isn't where we stopped. So those of you who are playing with this, you don't want to listen to whatever you just recorded because it's a mess. You'll see there right below the record button, one that says offset hertz. In the video, it said both hemispheres of the brain. Now, I think most of you understand that. You understand binaural, right? This is not a binaural beat, but it's a binaural principle. Binaural means when I put something in this ear and I put something different in this ear, the brain will focus on whatever the separation is. For example, if I put 10 hertz here and 18 hertz here, what does the brain hear? 8. Where is 8? 8 is at the top of the theta brainwave. What happens when we drop into theta? When we drop into theta, that's when you dream. More healing. When we're sick, we heal best when we're sleeping. That's a fact. What we want to do is when you read your affirmation, you want to read it. You don't want to do the first words out of your mouth when you get out of bed because those are horrible voices, okay? Drink some water, gargle, compose yourself, drink a little bit of more water, sit down, and then read your affirmations. Now, you do not have to use the ones that we gave here. That's why you have custom at the top. Whatever affirmation you want. And your affirmations may change from day to day, from morning of the day, the evening of the day. Everybody's affirmations will be different, but I want you to speak them with conviction. I want you to speak it as if you really believe it. A man once said, if you don't feel like praying, get down on your knees and pray until you do. If you don't feel like doing your affirmation, just start doing it anyway. We need to start speaking to ourselves so that we can start being kinder to ourselves. We need to be able to do that so we can speak kind to other people. We have to learn this, guys. We have to master this. If we want to raise the frequency of the environment we live in, we have to start with us. We have to get our frequency up in order to help lift anybody else's frequency. So these affirmations are important. If you go back to your drop down of the affirmations you have in here, if you go down, we have one that says morning affirmations, evening affirmations. Now, why would we have a morning and an evening? You are going to manifest the things you dream about. So the affirmations you speak at night, your subconscious works on all day or all night, and you dream about those things, and we start to manifest those things. Does it happen overnight? No. It happens one step at a time. But starting that way, so you do your evening affirmations and then go to bed and go to sleep. And you wake up in the morning, you're not going to want to be thinking all day long about what you dreamt about. Well, most of the time you don't. You want to have the affirmations that are going to get you through the day. Give me patience. That's the first one that came to my mind because it's probably the one I need the most. Patience. Okay, so let's go back to the two hemispheres. You'll get used to the way I talk because I don't remember to stay on track. Two hemispheres of the brain, left, right brain. So when we're speaking, we record this, you have the ability to make no offset, which is nothing, which means you're going to hear the exact same thing in both ears, which is just like if you listen to YouTube or anything else, any affirmation that you made. But if you offset that, and you have 3 offsets, low, medium, and high, and that's because my voice tone may be different than your voice tone, or your voice tone, and whatever. And so you're going to record your affirmation. Set it for one of those. I always start at high. Now, when you do an affirmation with MindSync and you have an offset, you must, without exception, use headphones. Now, they can be the earbuds. You can even use the AO transducers. They work. You're going to get the vibration instead of so much of the voice. But my preference would be either an earbud or an over-the-ear earphone, okay? The reason for that is because what is coming in this ear is going to be slightly raised over this ear. And it will sound like a wobble if you're listening to it through your speaker. And when you're listening to it in your head, if it still sounds like a wobble or like one side's a little slower than the other, then you just stop and hit medium. In fact, you don't even have to stop it. You can just hit medium and then low. And find when it just sinks. And it does. And I'll tell you when you'll know it sinks. You'll no longer necessarily hear it in your ear. You will hear it in the center of your head. Okay, so when you hear it in the center of your head, you have just stepped over the conscious barrier. Let me say that again. When you hear it in the center of your head, you have stepped over the conscious barrier. What does the conscious barrier do? It says, hey, I know this guy, and he ain't good looking, so don't go saying he is. It's to protect us. And unfortunately, it does a really good job of protecting us. But sometimes we need to hear the real truth. And the truth is, we're all beautiful. And we're all real. And we're all powerful. And we all are part of the I am. Okay. When you hear it here, you know that that's what you need to listen to. Put it on and it will loop, and it will loop, and it will loop. And there's one other thing. So once you've got all this done, there's a little envelope up at the top. Do you know what that means? You can save it and send it to somebody. So you can save it and send it to you. Or you can do it for someone else and save it and send it to them. Powerful, yes? All right, so if you go down a little bit more, you have music and voice. Those are the volume levels of those two. Obviously, voice is the level of your voice. And then you have different soundtracks. You have nature tracks, you have some music tracks, and you have some nature tracks. Anyway, You can pick which one you like. And you go back and forth. You can re-record, readjust the volumes. You can do whatever you want till it's perfect for you at that moment. That's when you hit the envelope, or that's when you hit play for the final time. And you listen to those. I promise you, if you will do this, you will see change in your life that you had no comprehension that you could make. Because it's coming from inside. It's coming from solid, known truths and principles. Thank you.
This isn't your mama's methylene blue when we talk about blue, right? We're talking about something brand new, something nobody else has. And like we said, like you saw just on the video, this product is powerful, and this list, these bullet points, do not do enough. They do not justify all of the benefits of what methylene blue can do for you. We're just scratching, just barely on the surface when you're talking about methylene blue. When we talk about what it can do, we talk about Dr. Palmer in Brain Energy. One of the things I love that he said human illnesses are usually due to a problem in one of three areas, right? The development, function, or maintenance of cells. It turns out the mitochondria play a role in all these. That's a precursor for me, for one of my favorite things that methylene blue does, and it is the support at the mitochondrial level. Now, we all know that the mitochondria is what of the cell? Is the... Yes! Oh, man. The U.S. educational system is somewhat intact still, right? Because we learned that in grade school, didn't we? It's the powerhouse of the cell. Systematic low doses of methylene blue that stimulate mitochondrial respiration are safe and effective, right, from a study. So this is a great product that just goes right to the interior of the cell, right to the tens, hundreds, or thousands of mitochondria that sit in the cell. And because the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, what does it do? It helps with the process of energy creation within the cell. If there's a simple way to understand what the powerhouse of the cell is there are chain reactions that take place within the mitochondria that help produce energy. If energy is produced, the cell has resource to do what it needs to do. And that's either to make use of the nutrients that's being provided or to carry out the functions it's built for, even to replicate itself in the way it's supposed to replicate. But if it does not have the resources it needs in order to function the way it's supposed to, i.e., if it can't produce the energy required, it will say, and the cell is not biased, it doesn't care. If it can't produce the energy the cell needs, it says, okay, well, game over, we're done. And it goes through a process of saying, okay, let's have an early death to the cell. It doesn't matter to the cell. Either it has energy and it functions or it doesn't. Mitochondria in and of itself is what's called a redox agent, meaning it's going to help in the process of bringing and carrying oxygen back to the mitochondria for a chain reaction to take place so that energy is produced. Now, you didn't necessarily care for all that. The thing that's important in all of that is that methylene blue, actually the blue color, is derived when it's exposed to oxygen because it's going to bind with it and carry it. When it binds with it and carry it, it wants to give it away. And it gives it away to the mitochondria. When the mitochondria receives the oxygen, it helps it bind with the protons that are being passed through the layers of the mitochondria to create the energy reaction, right, as the electrons pass over the mitochondria in its chain reactions. Methylene blue, the key with methylene blue, again, not in just the ingredients we have, but it's also built on nanotechnology. What did we talk about yesterday? The earth versus the marble, right? We talked about not only does it lower the stress on the biological process of absorbing it and using it, but we talked about how it has massive reach, right? If you were to take the earth and unfold it, to reiterate what we talked about yesterday with poles, and we took billions and billions of marbles, when you break it down into nano size, right? When you take billions and billions of marbles and you unfold all of those, it becomes massively bigger in its reach. And where's the reach taking place? Throughout the body. Throughout the body, this reach is taking place. Their key ingredients. Methylene blue, of course, the right quality of methylene blue. But then we have our colloidals. The copper, silver, and gold are critical. They're great on their own, for their own benefit and use. But when you tie them to the blue itself, it actually has its own reaction. It has its own function. So why blue? We stand out. It stands out on its own because it reactivates oxygen, like I was saying. But the colloidals help influence blue's reactivating process, if I can say it that way. When you add red light, 660 nanometer to methylene blue, you have an exponential boost to what's going on in the body. We already know the benefits of vasodilation and oxygen promotion throughout the circulatory system when the blood passes through the red light, the 660 nanometer. When you couple that with an agent that is looking for oxygen to pick up and deliver, they've coupled together. They're a great couple in and of themselves. And so you get a massive benefit that carries oxygen in the chain reaction at the mitochondrial level. And blue loves doing this over and over and over again because it can redox. You know, Lauren, like we've already said, this was an amazing event this last weekend.
Awesome. Over the top.
Over the top. And you guys, you just saw a taste of it. Obviously, like we said at the beginning of the call, it's just a small part. And the next weeks, we're going to go over and deep into each of the areas of the stuff we launched.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was almost an overload of information.
It really was. We were pushing the limits. I had one person come up to me and say, like, there was so much, I can't even think through everything. It's like blowing my mind on every front. You kept going on stage and it was like, oh, but this, and then we have this.
No, it was great. And you know, one of the things that was a major hit was blue.
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah, you still.
I kind of love.
You still
blue.
have the blue. Yeah. I think we should give away a blue to 3 people. So, Kai, you tell them what they got to do to get the blue.
Okay, so blue is based off of methylene blue, and you obviously saw a little bit about that in this call. What we'd like you to do is there's a lot of wonderful information out there, clinical studies, all kinds of stuff. Why don't you comment on this call, something you learned, not just from this call, but maybe somewhere else, about how good methylene blue is for you. Put comments, share that information with other people. We'll draw 3 people next week and give away 3 blues.
Yeah, and you will be amazed as the more you find out about methylene blue, and in particular, what we've done to methylene blue.
Yes, with the colloidals, right?
Yeah, the colloidals.
It's incredible.
It's a game changer. Let us know in those comments, and we'll see you next week. Okay, thanks.
Jog.
Jog. Blur neural.
Jog. Blur neural.
It's recording. Good job.
The jog and the
blurnal. I love writing my blurnal.
On the jog.
After
a jog.
I guess I would jog.
You actually do jog. You slow jog. That was not a dig.
Ow! I mean, it's true.
Okay, ready?
But it hurts still.
All right.
'Cause in my mind, it's faster.
Okay, ready?
Based off of the pro tip. Oh, yeah. There it goes.
What?
Your phone.
Oh, is that my phone?